Good afternoon, everyone. We just want to start by introducing ourselves. My name is Eva. I'm a student at Assn Seminary. This is Russell, Carrie's husband. And we're going to sing a song to start us off, but we also want to invite you to join us in singing as you feel comfortable. It's not going to be too complicated. It's a classic call and response. There's going to be a part in the song where I'm going to sing to fight the system, and then you all to fight the system. Yes, see, you've already got it. So we'll do a call and response there, and then there's going to be a point where I'm going to sing, it's a good, it's a good, it's a good, and then you all would repeat, it's a good, it's a good, it's a good. Perfect. So I'll give you a little cue when it's time.
All right, you ready?
I woke up feeling great. The birds are in the trees. They're singing me a melody. La 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 la, justice and peace. My head is on straight. My soul is in peace. My soul is incredibly ready to change history. It's a good day to fight the system. To fight the system. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good, good, good day. We're never gonna stop. We're gonna make it count. When one of us is tired out, the other one will hold it down. We're gonna spread the love. We're gonna spread it around. We're all over the city now, and way down in the underground. It's a good day to fight the system, to fight the system. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good day to fight the system, to fight the system. All right, we're about to do the next call and response. Are you ready? Okay. It's a good, 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 it's good, it's a 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 good day to fight the system, to fight the system. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good day to fight the system, to fight the system. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good, good, good day. It's a good day to fight the system.
Our call to worship is from no ordinary time, the rise of spiritual intelligence and evolutionary creativity by Jan Phillips. We are attendants at the wake of the old way, and each of us, through our actions, our thoughts, our work and relationships, is midwifing a new world into existence. This is our destiny, our meaning, our purpose. And when we come to our days with this awareness, when we fully wake up to this tremendous privilege, when we sense the oak in the acorn of our beings, then we will have the energy to move mountains and shift the tides. It is an illusion that we are powerless. It is an illusion that someone else is responsible. It is an illusion that we cannot transcend these dualities and differences that are making a mockery of democracy. We are the people. This is our world.
We light this chalice, a rich reminder of our living tradition, of our connection and covenant with one another, and our commitment to a more loving, more compassionate, and more just world. We light this chalice.
Good afternoon. Welcome to First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin and the ordination service for soon to be, in only moments to be, Reverend Carrie Holley-Hurt. I'm Reverend Chris Jimmerson, co-lead minister here at the church. I am so thrilled to see all of you here today. I have to admit that having been a minister here since Carrie joined the church, I'm feeling a little parental proud this afternoon. Not that Carrie needs me or anyone else to be that way, and not that I'm anywhere near old enough to be. It has been such a true blessing to witness Carrie as she stepped into leadership in this church, especially in social action, as she recognized the call of that UU minister that was already inside her, and as she took the steps and did the work to fully become the minister she already was. If, like me, you've been witnessing her wonderful ministry so far, I can only say keep witnessing, because we can only begin to imagine what she's about to do. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this, dare I use that word? Oh, yes, I do. Welcome to this auspicious occasion.
Hello, my name is Natalie Briscoe, and I am the lead for the southern region of your Unitarian Universalist Association. Thanks, woo, yeah! I'll always take a whoo. And it is a great pleasure and a privilege to be here with you on this wonderful occasion. Just as an individual joins a congregation to amplify their values in the world, so do congregations join their association to be in larger conversation about the co-creation of Unitarian Universalism. Congregations in the association are sovereign governing bodies unto themselves and enter into covenantal relationship with each other to bring more love, more hope, more joy, more courage, and more justice into this world. It is that association that employs me, and I am one of the physical manifestations of those covenants among congregations, charged with the task of going between and among you so that you may see yourselves and feel the bonds that connect you. It is in this spirit that I join you today, and I hope that when you see me, you see all of your sibling congregations throughout Texas, throughout the South, throughout the US, and the world. And on behalf of your siblings across the globe, it is my pleasure to bring you, Carrie, on this very important day when your very name changes to reflect the inward transformation that has already occurred, their well wishes, their love, and their support. After today, it will be our pleasure to recognize you, to greet you, to welcome you with your new name, the Reverend Carrie Holley-Hurt. In addition to saying congratulations on this auspicious day, I had it in here. From all of our Southern and Texas UUs that I specifically represent, I also want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for choosing Unitarian Universalism. And thank you for choosing Texas every day. Your ministry is so valued and needed in our home, and we are lucky to add your strong and loving voice to the choir of those who would stand against the oppressions that our so-called elected leaders would like to make law. It is an honor to fight with you. So congratulations, Carrie, and thank you. We love you, and we are so excited about your future in Unitarian Universalist ministry.
Hi. Hey, y'all. I am Reverend Jami Yandle. I am a non-binary minister, and my pronouns are they and them. This afternoon, I have the pleasure of introducing our invitation to generosity. Soon to be Reverend Carrie has chosen to combine her passion and commitments, and as a result, 2 different organizations are set to receive these donations of generosity today. The offering will be split between the Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, our statewide UU Justice Organization, and the Pink Haven Coalition, the UU's primary transgender coalition partner. The Pink Haven Coalition is an indigenous trans-led organization working to relocate trans and non-binary beloveds to less hostile environments. Part of my job working for the Unitarian Universalist Association as the transgender support specialist is to help organize the creation of what we are calling a Rainbow Railroad, ensuring safe passageways hidden off the beaten track. Pink Haven, through donations from UU congregations and friends like you, have helped so many people already. And of course, there are always more people to help. I can tell you personally from my own witness, we are working on at least 1 to 3 outreach and mutual aid cases weekly. We expect those numbers to rise. The money we receive ensures that our trans beloveds are able to see another day. I know that Carrie chose this organization because she is a fierce ally and mama bear who loves our trans and non-binary community. We, in return, love our very soon-to-be Reverend Carrie. Carrie's commitment to justice and equality is obvious to so many of us who are blessed to be Carrie's colleagues, Carrie's families, Carrie's communities, and most likely the rest of the world can see that too. Carrie shows up often for another equally important organization that is up to so much good trouble, which is the Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, aka TexUJM. Whereas Pink Haven Coalition is a nationally focused program, TexUJM is our local arm fighting for justice and equality right here in Texas. They lead UU the Vote, working with 37 congregations across Texas, and will shepherd us back to the Capitol this winter to represent UU values to the Texas legislature, and with our partner coalitions. TexUJM also works closely with our trans community, in addition to other social justice ministries, including, but not limited to, migration, bodily autonomy, anti-racism, and so many more. I can tell you that what you donate today, your money is not only going to sustain a good cause, it is also life-saving. I have witnessed personally the power of $1 and what can be accomplished when our dollars come together. So please know that your donations today will be used wisely and with deep responsibility. Whatever you are able to give, it makes a difference. If you are online, go to austinuu.org and click on Carrie Holley-Hurt in the drop-down box. Here in the sanctuary, the ushers will gratefully accept the special offering. Now, are you all ready to rock? Joy and art are part of our justice work. Let's welcome the Executive Director of TexUJM, Reverend Erin Walter, who is also in a band, and they are here today. I would like to welcome Parker Woodland, who is celebrating their debut album and will be performing a special acoustic version of their song, Makeup, live.
Thank you, Reverend Jami. And Reverend Jami was on the TexUJM board of directors until they were so wisely called into this work with Pink Haven. And Carrie, we are so thankful to you for all your support and all the ways that we've worked together for these many years now. So excited about what's to come for you. Thank you for the honor of being in this service with you. So lonely in a crowd, sometimes nothing helps. You're always trying, and it gets so tiring. So you call your mother from upstairs, say, call me by my new name. You just keep trying, but you get so tired. Burning in the wrong skin, can't they see what's happening? You're a butterfly becoming, no matter what they say. And your father comes downstairs, you know who he'll blame. You just keep fighting, 'cause it hurts to hide. If you know any of the words, you are invited to sing along, even if you just catch them as we go. Put your makeup on, boy, you know you're not gonna die yet. It's your party now, you know who you are. Put your makeup on, boy, you know you're not gonna die yet. Get your favorite dress and your glitter on. Woo! Put your makeup on, boy, you know you're not gonna die yet. It's your party now, you know who you are. Put your makeup on, boy, you know you're not gonna die yet. Get your favorite dress and your glitter on. You know who you are, and you don't owe them anything, you know who you are. With me, and you don't owe them anything, you know who you are. And you don't owe them anything, you know who you are. And you don't owe them anything, you know who you are. 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 And you don't owe them anything. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are.
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm the Reverend Michelle LaGrave, she, her, the interim co-lead minister of this congregation. Our reading today is called Summons by Aurora Levins Morales. Last night I dreamed 10,000 grandmothers from the 1,200 corners of the earth walked out into the gap, one breath deep, between the bullet and the flesh, between the bomb and the family. They told me we cannot wait for governments. There are no peacekeepers boarding planes. There are no leaders who dare to say, every life is precious, so it will have to be us. They said we will cup our hands around each heart. We will sing the earth's song, the song of water. A song so beautiful that vengeance will turn to weeping. The mourners will embrace and grief replace every impulse toward harm. 10,000 is not enough, they said. So we have sent this dream like a flock of doves into the sleep of the world. Wake up. Put on your shoes. You who are reading this, I am bringing bandages and a bag of scented guavas from my trees. I think I remember the tune. Meet me at the corner. Let's go.
I have to make sure this is in tune, or we'll all regret it. Two trees in the forest, one was crooked, one was straight. Crimson bark and emerald needles growing day by day. And though they looked so different, they enjoyed the rain the same side by side. Chickadee told them of the darkness on the land, spinning blades that came to visit carried by a man. And all the other trees would see them cut down where they stand by and by. Oh, can't you see a crooked tree? It won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Driven down the mountain to the mill. They turned them into toothpicks and $20 bills. It seemed the more the people took, the more they needed still in the end. The crooked trees were left there after all the work was done. But now they go for weeks and never witness anyone. No one left to tell them if they're growing right or wrong but the whispering wind. Oh, can't you see a crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine? They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. People think I'm different and my way of life seems strange. I took the road less traveled, twists and turns along the way. But like the crooked tree, I'm growing stronger day by day as the clouds roll by. The river doesn't wonder why it goes around the bend. The mountain never questions how it grows up from the land. So who am I to wish I wasn't just the way I am? Who am I? Oh, can't you see a crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine? They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree.
With one word, this summer, the entire political conversation changed. Just one word. One adjective. You know the word. Weird. One word? Like that is some master level ninja witchcraft magic. Who you been hanging around with, Tim Walls? In the political party who used that word, in doing so, they reclaimed the right to define another word, normal. This is not going to be a political sermon because we are here for a very religious, a deeply religious reason, doing one of our most sacred rites. In our tradition, it is only the congregation, in this case 2 congregations, who can ordain. Today we are ordaining someone who has done the very hard work of becoming fellowshipped with the Unitarian Universalist Association. Carrie, you are becoming an ordained minister at a very interesting time. To paraphrase the old saying, may you be cursed/blessed to minister in interesting times. I firmly believe that it will be a blessing. I believe that Unitarian Universalism right now is poised to grow and to become the faith who we have always been called to be. Things are changing. Now, for Unitarian Universalism, that's nothing new. We change, we evolve, we grow all the time. That's why we are called the living tradition. But this summer, we did something big. We voted to change the way we articulate our faith. Our principles will always be a part of us, but we changed that articulation in our UUA bylaws. We now have 6 values, right? And we are centered in love, justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, generosity. All of that centered in love. I expect that over the next few years, we're going to be unpacking those values, trying to figure out what is it that they mean and what are the different forms that they are going to take. And as we do that, I really believe we need to examine our context. We did not fall out of a coconut tree. We have 200 years of tradition, of theology, of history that have brought us to where we are now. And I think that we need to consider that. But even more importantly, we need to consider the context of the times in which we are currently living, because it's not just Unitarian Universalism that has changed. It is also the world around us. When Theodore Parker talked about how the arc of the universe bends toward justice, he didn't give us a timeline. And I know for many of us, especially because time isn't linear, right? The way things happen, as we see things dip back, we say, too long, but make no mistake of it, things have changed. Now, in that 200 years of history, we have always been pretty comfortable with that word weird. We have always been nonconformist. I mean, very literally, our ecclesiological ancestors, the Puritans, ecclesiology refers to the way that you do church. We're still operating out of things that they set up, like congregational polity and calling out from among us a minister. They were called nonconformist. They were the OG nonconformist because they did not conform to the Church of England. Throughout our history, we have had so many Unitarians and Universalists, and after consolidation, the UUs, who have often not been matched by the times that they were living in. They often have been ahead of them. The Unitarians and Universalists and UUs who were working for abolition and suffrage and human rights and civil rights, I am sure that they were considered to be weird. More recently, my family, my parents became Unitarians in the 1950s. There may be some people who remember what it was like in Unitarian or Universalist churches back then. At that time, it was not safe to let people know that you were an atheist or that you were a free thinker, right? The Red Scare going on. We were in a very conservative time in our history. For me, I was a teenage UU in the 1980s in Montgomery County, Texas, the time of the rise of the so-called moral majority, the satanic panic. I know you know that one. And yet, I was considered the weird one. But times have changed. It may not always feel like it, but this is not the 1950s, and this is not the 1980s. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., do you know what he said was the most important class that he ever took? Like, he went to seminary, he got his doctorate. He said the most important class that he ever took was statistics. Because statistics tell us about the world in which we are living. So I'm going to throw just a few statistics at you, and these are all from either 2024 or just within the last couple of years. 64% of Americans favor policies that protect transgender individuals from discrimination. 64%, that's a majority. 69% believe that marriages between same-sex couples should be recognized by the law as valid with the same rights as traditional marriages. That's a majority. 65%, it is not necessary to believe in God to be moral. 70% say that they are proud to be part of a nation that is becoming more religiously diverse. They value pluralism. Outside, the society in which we are living has changed, and they are reflecting our values. They are reflecting our values. They share them, but they may not share our vibe. They may not match our freak, and I would say don't put the mission accomplished banner up quite yet, because it's never good to do that precipitously. But there is so much work left to be done, right? Got to do something about all of this climate destruction and voting rights and the economic disparity, and we need to overcome the white, cis, heteronormative, ableist patriarchy. There is a lot to do. Our to-do list is very, very big. We're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need a bigger Unitarian Universalism. We are very comfortable with that word, weird. We have a certain self-identity. Unique, elite, kind of obscure. And there are people who share our values, but they may not match our particular freak. In the Hebrew Bible, there is a story of these two, call them kingdoms, who are at war with each other, Gilead and the tribe of Ephraim. And the Gileadites have beaten the Ephraimites. And so there is a group of surviving Ephraimites, and they are trying to scuttle back home, but they are captured. And the Gileadites ask them, "Are you Ephraimites?" And the Ephraimites say, "No, we're Gileadites." And these Gilead soldiers say, "Okay, say the word shibboleth." But in the dialect of the Ephraimites, there is no sh. And so they say sibboleth. And so the Gileadites say, "You are not one of us," and they slew them. I hope that we are not quite so violent on Sunday mornings when visitors come to see us. But if we are honest, we have shibboleths. It's very interesting. If you ask UUs around the country, which I recently did on Facebook, about what are our stereotypes about ourselves, like there's no regional difference. It's all pretty much the same across the U.S. Free trade coffee drinking, Prius driving, NPR listening liberals, right? And just if anyone is going, "Wait, you just described me," there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, all of those things are based in values. But our values can take other forms, right? This attachment we have to being weird, to being unique, elite, kind of obscure, I worry about some of the people and what happens to them when they come to our congregations. We have the best intentions, but if we see people as being not us, it's going to come through. Unitarian Universalist, I do not worry about what you will do, unlike in some fundamentalist churches, if a tattooed, pierced person with bright orange hair walks in on Sunday morning. I just described our kids. I just described my kid. Or grandkids. I'm describing some of us, even some UU ministers. But I worry about what happens when the young, clean-cut man walks in with his nicely pressed Oxford, maybe wearing a suit jacket. I worry about him. I worry about the older guy wearing the trucker hat, not because it's trendy, but because he's been wearing it for 20 years and his wife still hasn't managed to throw it away. And he's really distressed about the people around him, people at work who are now speaking racism in such blunt ways, and he wants to be with a community of purpose and meaning that does not consider that acceptable and may even give him some of the tools to know how to respond. But my friends, he doesn't know what the word microaggression means. I'm worried about the lesbian who comes in with her wife and her toddler, and she was raised African Methodist Episcopal, but she's not feeling very welcome there right now. And she's thinking that maybe she would like to do some deconstruction, go through her faith and figure out what are the things she wants to keep, what are the things she wants to discard. But when she walks in, we don't know that. All we see is that she's wearing a cross and carrying a Bible. And the 19-year-old young man who comes in, and he really hasn't been raised as much of anything, but he's heard about us. He's heard that we draw wisdom from all the world's religions, Bible, Bhagavad Gita, and Beyonce. That makes a lot of sense to him. And so he comes in to see what we're about. And he's working construction right now, and he's up for a big promotion. And after the service, over coffee, we ask him, what college does he attend? We have shibboleths. I have heard some Unitarian Universalists, and I think I have done it myself, refer to us as the island of misfit toys. For those who don't know, this is from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Those toys that don't quite fit in. And there is a value. There is a value in the fact that people do come to us, and just as we have come, and perhaps they have been called weird or misfit somewhere else, but we accept them and love them just as they are, and we don't want to lose any of that. But this attachment, this fusion to the word weird, to being unique, elite, kind of obscure, it is limiting us. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me. Our church has an electronic sign, and we're located kind of in a neighborhood, and I have put out on our sign, are you the weird liberal in your neighborhood? So are we. But not anymore. Because when we take as our label weird, we are ceding the label normal to religious conservatives. Maybe our power for such a time as this lies not in being unique, elite, kind of obscure, but in being ordinary. Perhaps right now it is our ordinariness that makes us great. We often think of ourselves as countercultural. I've used that word 1,000 times, but the statistics show that that is not intellectually or mathematically honest. We are ordinary, gloriously, joyously ordinary, and our values are. It should never have been our goal to have reflexive nonconformity. When we hear that the society outside us is bearing our values, I don't want to be a nonconformist to that. I want to throw our doors and our hearts open wide and say, come in, come in. You can teach us and we can teach you. In 1841, Theodore Parker, at an ordination, gave a sermon where he begged Unitarians to differentiate between the transient and the permanent. Our permanent values, the things that will always be with us, and the transient rituals and cultural markers that were there for a particular time, but will wind up holding us back and making us small. It's time to let go of these transient shibboleths of weirdness. Because when we claim our ordinariness, we get to bring all of the fruits of our values in with us and declare them not to be special, but to be ordinary. Common sense. Yeah, we use appropriate pronouns for each other, and we have gender-neutral bathrooms, and we are fighting for bodily autonomy for all people in all aspects. And yeah, of course, we know that all of us have been swimming in waters of racism and sexism and ableism and other oppressions, and so we want to work together to try and uproot that from us and to try and dismantle it from society. And yes, in our congregations, we have pagans and atheists and Buddhists and Christians and all of the above and none of the above, because we don't expect everyone to agree with one narrow set of beliefs. Come on. That'd be kind of weird. Carrie, you have already in your lifetime lived in so many different worlds, so many different cultures, from the very conservative to the not so much. Were you a pink pony girl and did you dance in the club? Pop song reference. All of that is a gift because you are going to be able to connect beyond the shibboleths that we have, beyond the expectations that we have of what it means to be a you. Carrie Holley-Hurt, may you minister in ordinary time.
I'm the president of the congregation here at First Unitarian Universalist Church in Austin.
And I'm Becky Gregory. I'm president of the congregation at Live Oak UU in Cedar Park.
Within the living tradition of Unitarian Universalism, only the congregation has the authority to confer ordination. The act of ordination confers the authority of religious leadership, the title of reverend, and the privilege to wear a stole. It is a meaningful and joyous occasion when congregations join together to recognize one who has chosen and been chosen for ministry as her life's work. The members of the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin and Live Oak Unitarian Universalist Church gather this afternoon to ordain Carrie Holley-Hurt into the ministry.
Carrie, we offer you ordination, an act that celebrates the relationship between you and these two congregations, as they have been deeply instrumental in your formation. These congregations have nourished, nurtured, and grown you. And don't do that to me. In turn, we recognized your gift and passion for ministry. We confer ordination with the expectation that you will preach the message of liberation from a place of great love, that you will minister to people in both their joys and their sorrows, always upholding their humanity, that you will continue to work for a more just, loving, and compassionate world. Are you ready to enter into this ministry?
I am. Carrie, we have long recognized your calling to the Unitarian congregations, and which you have lovingly expressed through your service and ministry. The Ministerial Fellowship Committee of the Unitarian Universalist Association has welcomed you into preliminary fellowship, affirming your preparedness for this ministry. It is our privilege to ordain you. I invite the members of First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin and Live Oak Unitarian Universalist Church to rise in body or spirit and join together in reciting the words of ordination that are in the order of service. We, the members of First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin and Live Oak Unitarian Universalist Church, joyfully ordain you, the Reverend Carrie Holley-Hurt, to the ministry in our covenantal tradition. May you minister with your whole self. May you always speak the truth as you know it, demonstrating humility, curiosity, and courage. May you minister with love, justice, and compassion. Witness the living tradition of our faith and be faithful in service of healing the world. We pledge to be with you in the spirit of shared ministry and to offer wisdom and compassion.
I invite everyone, family, friends, colleagues, and companions, to rise in body or spirit and join together in reciting the words of affirmation that are in the order of service. With joy and pride, we affirm this ordination. We have encouraged and comforted you as you worked and prepared for this day and all the days to come. We offer our continuing love and support. May your ministry nourish you and be a source of inspiration and healing in this world. Carrie, do you accept the responsibilities and the joys, the privileges, and the burdens of ordained ministry in this Unitarian Universalist tradition?
I do.
May you go forth a minister in this tradition, knowing that the congregations represented here today commission you to serve our Unitarian Universalist faith with joy, hope, and a fierce and stubborn determination. Will the congregation say amen and blessed be? As is our tradition, we have a couple of gifts for Carrie. The First Unitarian has commissioned this beautiful bright red stone that
And Live Oak presents you with this stole that we hope reminds you of your time with us.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Reverend Carrie Holley-Hurt, my pronouns are she, they. From the Unitarian Universalist Church of God. And I have the pleasure of laying on hands, which is kind of sometimes usually associated with Christian tradition, but not so. Because we all have the divine spark inside of us. And so this is an opportunity to flow that divine spark into Carrie to support her. So the first thing we're going to do is invite her family up. So Russell, I want you to come up and put your hands. And then Alex and Pheonix are going to come up. Because it takes a family to do this job. Any other younger people want to come up and put your hands on Carrie? Everybody, come on. Come on up. Thank you, Alex. Excellent. All right, all you minister type people, get your butts up here. Everyone else, just touch somebody, and we're going to send our best wishes and all our sacred spirit into Carrie for the long haul. Administrator type. That's you. I don't know if you recognize that. That's the way we do it. That's the way. more than many, many, many years to come. And you all too. We're sending it to the family as well. Okay? Spirit of life, we are sending a spirit of divine world. The earth, the planet, all the people out there that need us, all the Unitarian Universalists in this country are sending you love right now. So send that love to Carrie. Amen. Blessed be.
My name is Reverend Meg Barnhouse. Apparently, I have a very loud voice. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the minister emerita from this congregation here in Austin. So, when Carrie asked me to do the charge to her as the minister, I thought, I've been a minister for 43 years, and I have some advice. And then she said, 5 minutes. And I went, I'm going to tell the story of when I was being ordained a day long ago, 1981. It was the morning of my ordination, and I was sitting in my dorm room with my roommate, Laurie, and we were looking through my closet trying to figure out what to wear. And I pulled out this very professional-looking gray blouse and a very professional-looking navy blue skirt, and I said, how's this? And she went, no. She went to my closet and pulled out this bright red dress that I had gotten in Istanbul that had embroidery all over here and mirrors, and it was a fancy hippie dress. And she said, wear this. And I'm like, what? She said, it's Pentecost. The color's red. It'll be perfect. Because, you know what? They're ordaining you. Those are lady minister clothes that you brought out of your closet. They're not ordaining the lady minister parts of you. They're ordaining all of you. All of you. And so that's the first little piece of advice I want to give you. I have 6. So that's number 1. We're ordaining all of you, all of your humanity, all of the faiths that you've had, deconstructed, reconstructed, all of that, and all that you will continue to become. You use all of that, your whole self, as the ceremony said, your whole self in your work. And I can't wait to see what that looks like. And you're going to make mistakes. You know, you just have to make room for mistakes in your day. Because sometimes we flail around and we don't know what to do. And a wonderful mentor of mine said, when you're feeling like that, don't just do something, stand there. Most people will be rooting for you. You are well-trained. You are a wonderful person. You preach really well. You organize really well. You have a supportive family with you. You have good friends. Friends who support you and that you support them. And that's crucial. Crucial. So, I guess my number 2 piece of advice would be people are rooting for you. But my number 3 piece of advice is trust people, but don't trust people. What I mean is, trust people sounds lovely, like pink roses should be around it. But we make a mistake when we trust people to be what we want them to be, or we trust people to be like who we are. So always you can trust people to be who they are. Trust people to be who they are, and then you'll be better, all right, you know? So that's my number 3 piece of advice. Some people are going to want to criticize you. And so my number 4 piece of advice is about criticism. Some people just enjoy being the, what do you call, systems analysts of every restaurant they go to, every church service they go to. Even if it's their first one here, I had a man stop me and say, you know, what you should do in this church is, and I'm like, this is your first time here, right? Anyway, some people just feel very free to tell you what to do. And some people want to tell you what to do in order to make you feel small. But some people want to criticize you because they've got something really helpful to say to you. So the best way to handle criticism, I would say, in this pieces of advice that I'm bringing to you, like a little bag of groceries that you can put in your pantry, use whenever you want to. When someone criticizes you, walk toward the criticism. Walk toward it. Say, tell me more. Tell me more about what you mean. And if they're just doing it to be mean, they'll just go, and walk away. But if they're doing it to actually help you, then they can tell you more about it, and you can learn something from that. And criticism doesn't feel good, because the first thing you want to do is you write an angry email, and you know enough not to send it, but it's a bad email. Just don't send it. And don't give them the snake eyes next time they look at you, because ministers' facial expressions are noted, and ministers' words are weighted. And so whatever's in your heart comes out through your face. I guess that's a little extra piece of advice I didn't think I was going to say. So walk toward criticism. That's number 4. Number 5 is a beautiful friend of mine who knows a lot of ministers said this to me. Many ministers are quivering masses of availability. That's the noise I made when he said it. I was like, And I thought about it a lot. So my little piece of advice here for your pantry is you don't always have to be available. Not everything is your responsibility. You have a job to do, but nobody hires your life. They hire you to use your life in your ministry. So you get to rest, and resting is really important. So the last one is just that ministry is a lovely job. It's a really lovely job. At least it was for me. It was, and kind of still is, but I'm the minister's wife now, so I do a different job. I just remember everybody's name and say, hey! And drink a lot of coffee. But it's a wonderful job. It's fun, and it's deep, and it's meaningful, and you hear heartbreaking stories, and you hear filling stories, and you can fill your whole world with the stories of just the people in one church. You just scratch a little bit of the surface of the people in any church, and you have a million stories about them. And so that's why you trust them to be who they are, and you learn who they are, and you have good relationships with them. And so the last one I want to leave you with is all you can do is all you can do. That's number 6. Thank you.
Meg, you are a hard act to follow. My name is Ann Province. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm here to give the community blessing for all of those communities and congregations beyond these communities. So, dearest Carrie, In the spirit of love and inclusivity, we, your community, bless you with these hopes and wishes. May you find strength in our shared values, drawing wisdom from the diverse tapestry of beliefs and experiences that enrich our community. May your heart remain open and your spirit resilient, embracing each person you encounter with kindness, respect, and empathy. May your words continue to have the prophetic edge that give hope and strength to the world. Remembering from Paul's letter to the Ephesians, may the eye of your heart be enlightened so you may know the hope to which you are called. May your ministry be a source of inspiration, fostering growth, connection, and harmony among us all. And may you always feel the support and protection of this community, strength that joins to strength, a circle of healing and love. Amen.
I brought you a present. Thank you. I'm not going to lie. Oh, sorry. I'm Reverend Nell Newton. Sorry. I use she, her pronouns. It's so good to be with you. It's so good to be with you. And I'm not going to lie. Ministry is no picnic. It is fun, but you should probably bring snacks. At seminary, you were surrounded by good people who nudged you forward and who kept you company all through as you slogged through all of the reading and the writing. And after graduation, there can be this sense of free fall, right? Without the guide wires of your professors or the routines of class, and you might feel as if you've been pushed out of the nest a little too soon, and your classmates are falling alongside with you. And the collective terror is not comforting. Does this any sound of this familiar to any of us? Okay. All right. In some Christian traditions, a new minister's arrival includes a pounding, where the new community stops by and presents the minister with pounds of useful things for their household. A pound of flour, a pound of coffee, a pound of honey. And in this informal way, the community gets to introduce themselves and start the conversation that is the basis of every ministry. I expect that it also allows the visitors to sort of check out and snoop around the minister's house and belongings, because this is all very important fodder for gossip in a congregation. But it is in this spirit, and on behalf of your colleagues, that I am bringing you a couple pounds, maybe 3 pounds, of important and useful things, specifically cookies. This box of cookies represents your colleagues. Go ahead, take a look. Look inside. It's like 5 pounds. Well, it might be. I got a little carried away. Now, some of us are very gentle. Yeah, here. It's 2 hands. It's 2 hands. Some of us are very gentle and essential, like those shortbreads, and they will be here to comfort you in times of uncertainty, when things get complicated. And some of us are kind of crisp and spicy, like the ginger snaps, and these are the crunchy ones that you can grouse with when yet another person has said yet another thing and found that one button and pushed it. Those colleagues. Some of us have unexpected ingredients, like the gochujang caramel. Ooh, yeah. And that little bit of weirdness can bring you a whole new perspective. All right? Like who puts garlic in a cookie? But really, it works. And likewise, you're going to appreciate the colleague who just walks through walls and brings you along with. All right? That's that cookie. Now, some of us are very sensible and good for you, like those oatmeal cherry chocolate chips. They've got fiber and antioxidants. Good advice. And these are the colleagues who are going to invite you to take a walk, so that even if you're crying or spitting nails, at least you're getting some exercise. Yeah. Some of us are intense, like the mocha almond brownies. Naturally, that is fair trade chocolate. Naturally, it is gluten-free. But these are the ones you're going to need when you need some energy and you want someone to call you back in if you're growing lazy or doubtful. All right. Now, naturally, some of us are a little bit nutty. I'll let you discover how that might manifest. You just enjoy those pecan thumbprints. And the almond biscotti, well, they will be there. Those colleagues will be there with you through the hard times when you need some sturdy structure and boundaries to help you stay safe, okay? I'm giving you these cookies because I want you to know that ministry is no picnic, but it's made ever so much sweeter when you keep yourself connected to your colleagues. As a member of the executive team of our Southwest UU Ministers Association chapter, I'm offering you not the right hand of fellowship, but a box of cookies and an open invitation to call on any of us for support. And together we will sing your spirit home and draw you into a circle of caring. For we represent the larger UU Ministers Association, whose mission is calling forth courageous and transformative ministries, empowered by love, committed to collective liberation, because we need one another. Welcome into ministry. Welcome into collegiality.
And now it's my turn. I get to give the blessing. But know this, I could not give a blessing unless I had been blessed by all of you. Every single person in this room, every single person online, I love you all. You pour into me. And so, once the partying is done, so please come party with us, but once the partying is done, and we go back out and we start scrolling on our phones or we start listening to the radio, and the cruelty of the world kicks in and the chaos of the world kicks in, know this, you are powerful. It is us, we are the ones, and the way that we do this is that we bless each other. In small and big ways, we bring blessings to one another. And in that way, we bring more joy and more compassion and more love in this world. So my friends, go in peace, but more importantly, go in love. May it always be so.